My guest for this TDL profile is Tyler Shields, a photographer. I'm gonna call you photographer to the stars, although I don't know that that's necessarily fair. A
All
fair
right. Of
encapsulation of your work. You can find out more at tylershields.com. First of all, thank you. Welcome.
course. Thank you.
So you're in LA. I'm gonna go ahead and call you one of the hottest photographers right now in LA.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you.
How did you get there from? I understand you come originally from Jacksonville, Florida. So take
That's
us through
right.
your voyage.
I got here by car, which I drove across America by myself. Um, and no, I started out directing music videos, and I couldn't explain to the people how I wanted them to look. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I can take some still photos. My roommate at the time was a photographer, and I was dating a girl who cheated on me. And when I threw all of her stuff out, there was only two pairs of shoes in a closet left. And so I borrowed his camera and I took a picture of it. And that was the first picture I ever took. I think she's very, I think that that girl's very upset with me to this day. Um, but I don't care.
Did she get her
It's her
shoes
problem.
back though?
No, I kept those shoes actually. I think I still have those shoes somewhere.
So was this your plan? Did you think I'm gonna get to LA, make it big, and follow up because you worked in music videos?
Mm.
Um, are you still are you does feature film hold an appeal for you? I think.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. I just wrote a movie um, that I'm looking to hopefully do later in the summertime. But definitely, yeah, movies. That was why I came out here originally, was to do movies. And then photography was just something that happened, and it changed my whole life. So it wasn't. I didn't move out here to be a photographer. I didn't know anything about photography at the time, um, which is maybe why I do it very differently than most people. And I just kind of do it how I want to do it, and it has nothing to do with like I didn't go to school for it. I taught myself how to do it. So,
And
you
sort of
know,
spanning the gap between music video directing and photography, you do a lot of your video portraits. Tell
right,
us
right.
about those.
So with the video portraits, I have a lot of actors who I'm really good friends with, and a lot of the times actors they're in movies, they're in TV shows, and that's not a portrayal of really who they are, and maybe they don't get to showcase their abilities. Um, and so I wanted to create a platform that allowed those people to showcase something, whether it's in a 10-second clip or a 3-minute clip or whatever it is. I wanted to be able to do something where I can really show people like, here's some younger people, and here is some of the, raw emotion or raw talent that they have, and really show them in a different way. And, go ahead.
So when you come up, what order do these things happen in? So let's say you have Zachary Quinto, and
Right.
are you thinking, gosh, I think he would look great. It would be a very provocative shot to have him with the milk. Or are you
Uh-huh.
thinking, I have this concept for a photo and I just have to figure out who would be perfect for it?
Okay, so I'll tell you. Everyone always asks me about the milk thing, and I've never told anybody really how that evening went down. So Zach and I had been friends for a while, and you know, we went out and we did this whole crazy shoot. And at the end of the night, we were back at my house, and I told uh, I told my assistant Jordan on the way home, I was like, "Can you pick up 5 gallons of milk?" And nobody knew why. I was just like, "Yeah, just pick up some milk from the corner store." And so end of the night comes around, and I was like, "Oh, like I just want to go outside. There's just this one thing that I want to do." And he was just standing there, and then I just poured a gallon of milk over his head, and I shot him with it, just the white coming down his face. And there's a great video of me and him just laughing the first time because the milk was so cold. And he looks up and he's like, "Did you guys get the extra cold milk?" It was freezing. And then all of a sudden I was just like, "Yeah, let's throw it on him. Let's make it look crazy." And we did. That wasn't a planned thing before. I wasn't 3 months out, like Zachary Quinto and Milk. That was just, at the end of the night, I just had an idea, and we got 5 gallons of milk, and we made it happen.
One thing that's a little bit different with both your portraits and your videos is that we see you
Hmm.
frequently, and I'm wondering, is what's your intention with
Well, I think, when for a long time, I would never even have a photograph of myself. I went like a year with only having one picture of myself. And then one day, I started getting a lot of people just asking me like, oh, you know, like what are you like? And then I would meet people and they would be like, oh, I thought that you were like an old man. And a lot of people, I would meet them and they would be like, oh, I thought you were at least in like, your 50s or 60s, which was really funny to me. Um, So then, like, it became people would be here, and it was like, oh, I want to get a photo with you, or like, oh, let's get a photo together, and then that kind of escalated, um, and then it became like, oh, get in this video, or it became, oh, like, get in this, and it was really those people, it was the actors who were asking me to get into it with them, which really was the reason why I did it. In the beginning, I was always like, I don't want to be in it. I just, I want to be in the background and whatever, whatever. But if it's the right thing, I'm down to get in there. Like in the video that we released today, I choked Matt Dallas um, unconscious in that video. So
it? It happens.
somebody had to do it. Might as well be me. I mean, I know what I'm doing. So
Look out. Lethal. The lethal Tyler Shields. Be
that's
careful.
right.
Don't
That's
mess with
right.
him.
He lived. He's okay. He's okay.
What role, obviously you put a lot of your content on YouTube. Why is that important to you?
I mean, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, let's monetize this or let's do that or whatever. But I think like with YouTube, it's again with the video portraits, I really just want people to see these people the way I do, and I want these videos to help the actors that are in them. I want them to, get them work, get them exposure, get it out there. I want it to be out there, and YouTube seems to be the best platform.
And you're working on a book called The Dirty Side of Glamour.
Yeah, the dirty side of glamour. I've been working on that for a long time. But yeah, actually, we're working on that, and then we have another. Quinto and I are working on another project, which I can't quite talk about just yet, but it'll be involved with the dirty side of glamour and all that stuff. It'll be really crazy. But yeah, the book. I think maybe a year, maybe 2 years before I'm done. The main thing that I shoot with is a Canon, or Canon or Hasselblad, and then I have an old Leica from the 80s that's a film camera. I kind of go back and forth between those.
And are you shooting the video on the Canon as well?
No, I shoot the video on the Red or on some type of HD. And I have like 9 computers, 9 Macs in here.
Back it up.
Oh, I back everything up.
Okay.
I back everything up. I tell everyone that you have to back it all up
Very good.
because when you lose it, it's no good.
Do you have an iPhone as well?
I do, yeah,
So
yeah.
do you use any? Have you played with any of the photography tools? Tried shooting with the iPhone? I mean, do you think there's a place for that in professional photography? Is it a gimmick?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a girl who I know. She's a crazy, I don't know, like experimental artist, and she's shooting a book right now on herself, and she's shooting part of it on her iPhone, and it's actually amazing. Um, yeah, I mean, I think it doesn't matter if you capture an amazing image. It doesn't matter if you get it on an iPhone or the world's most expensive camera. The first day I got my iPhone, I got a job because of my iPhone.
Hmm.
Because I had put pictures on it, and then somebody was like, "Oh, you're a photographer," blah blah blah, and then I showed them, and they were like, "Wow."
Who is on your wish list? Who would you be excited to work with that you haven't had a chance to
Hmm.
yet?
Man, there's a lot of people. There's so many people that I want to do so many crazy things with. I definitely, a good friend of mine did a movie with George Clooney, and I know Clooney is just crazy, and he's a prankster. He would be a fun one because I think we could do some crazy stuff together. Um, Scarlett Johansson, Keira Knightley. I mean, obviously, There's just so many people.
A lot of the people you photograph are actors. Um,
Hmm.
are they kind of are they is the work they do with you kind of under the radar from their respective PR machines? Are they kind of sneaking this in? How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because sometimes the managers and the publicists will send them right to me.
Hmm.
And other times it's, oh, hey, my friend wants to come over. Oh, well, who's your friend? This person. Oh, okay, yeah, let them come over. And then they'll come over and, we'll shoot and it'll be crazy. And then afterwards I'll hear from their people. And they'll be like, whoa, I don't know about this. But I mean, it's interesting. Like I've had actors that I've done videos with or photos with that have gotten jobs, and the people who hired them have literally said, "I was not going to hire you until I saw this video
Hmm.
or this photo," which I think is interesting.
It is interesting, and I think it speaks to not to upset publicists out there, but I think it speaks to the fact that more and more the personalities, the celebrities, are being able to guide their own careers in terms of PR and that.
Totally. I completely understand publicists and managers and all that stuff. And when you're managing, all the magazine stuff that people have to do and all that type of stuff. It's just what I do is very different from that. It's not when somebody comes here, they know that they're not doing a standard editorial shoot, and it's not just going to be like, oh, look here, like, they know what they're getting into. And the ones who don't, I feel really sorry for when they come over here. That's happened like 3 times.
You can see Tyler's work on his website, tylershields.com. For the digitallifestyle.tv, I'm Ryan Ritchie.